Hello students, I'm in assignments and I'm going to go to week 4 where we're in right now, and I'm going to show you how to create this week's assignments, this optional Presidents app, okay? What this is going to do, the first activity is going to have a list view. We're going to be able to slide through all these pictures and names, okay? Click one of these, it's going to pop this up. It's going to have the picture, name, and date, and it's going to have a link here. It's going to get us to this, okay? Also a button that'll get us back to here again. Go ahead and download this right here, presidents.zip. We're going to be using this for, you're going to see a bunch of stuff. You should get a folder that says presidents in it, okay? If we double click on that folder, we got a bunch of pictures in here, okay, of each president, and then we got some info, and then we also got, here's the reference page that I got all this information from about presidents, and another YouTube too that will show you how to do this maybe in a different way, okay? Go ahead and create a new project. Okay, and I'm going to call this Presidents. Like that. I'm going to say next, 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 and finish like that. Okay, once everything's all finished, let's go ahead to our main activity here. Get rid of our delete world there. And let's take to our, let's see, it's under containers. Okay, a list view right there. Slap it in here like this. It doesn't show anything until we actually give it a name. List view. Just like that. Okay, let's start adding a whole bunch of stuff to our file here, okay? Under our resources, we have the ability to add stuff to our drawables, okay? To do that, what you're going to do is you're going to right click on there and say open this as an explorer. Show an explorer right there. And we're going to take and put them in this drawable folder, okay? Go back to the presidents that we just took and downloaded. Where's my presidents? Right there. Okay, and in this folder, pictures, okay, Control A, Control C, stick them right here, paste. We can close that one down. Drag this one back or out of the way again for now. And sooner or later, those will all pop up in here. Maybe if I go like this, there they all are. And I can actually look at George Washington if I wish. Just like that, okay? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a bunch of strings into our values, okay? Go to our strings like that. Go into our folder that I gave you, okay? Go back one here, and this president's info right here. Control A, Control C. A lot of stuff that you don't have to type in that I had to at one time, but that's okay. Go ahead and put that right there. What that's going to do is going to add arrays of links called links, and an array called dates, and an array called names, okay? We're going to be using those in a little while. You can go ahead and close your strings down. We don't need that right now. Go to our Java, close down this, go back to that presidents folder because we got one more thing we got to drag into here. This right here, picture names, okay? You should show something like this. Control A, Control C, and that, my students, is going to go right here. What that does is it actually creates an array of numbers, integers. See that? When I look at my, if I tell Android Studio, okay, what is the assigned number of this picture? It will actually give me a number, okay? And then when I want to refer to that image, then I just go, well, image is 3, and I can go, what is it? We got 0, 1, 2, 3. It will give me the picture of James Madison, okay? That might come a little clearer in time. Also, I'm going to create another global string array. Call this names semicolon because later on we're going to use names. In fact, let's get it right now, okay? Let's say names is equal to, and let's say that's equal to my get resources, okay? resources right there. Dot get string array, and I'm going to find it in my r dot array dot names right there. Okay, now if you had a hard time, if this gives you an error, sometimes you should go to build and clean. Okay, that might straighten out. What it does gives a chance for everything to catch up. Okay, beautiful. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new class. Oh, before I do that, I got to create a new layout. Okay, we got one layout in here right now. I'm going to go right click on there, a new, and a layout resource file right there. I'm going to call this my let's see, list view underscore items. Okay, notice you can't put capital letters, you can't put spaces, so that's why I'm calling that. Kind of looks like an activity, but it's not an activity at all. Okay, I'm going to add an image view right there, and I'm going to just go ahead and default any picture here. It doesn't make any difference. Okay, and I'm going to put a text view in there like that. Okay, this image view, I'm going to make that 100 dp like that, and then I'm going to make also 100 high dp like that, and then make sure that you click this scale type, because otherwise it'll make your picture look all weird. Okay, let's take and tie this to the top, tie this to the left. If you don't do this, sometimes your stuff doesn't show up. Okay, so make sure you always constrain them like that. Let's go to our text. Let's get rid of this line right here because we don't want a margin, and we don't want a margin here. Okay, this one here gives us an error, and I read about this. What it actually wants to be is left rather than start. Right there it is. Like that, and it should get rid of that error right there. Okay, lovely. Let's go see what we got. Okay, that's not bad. Let's let that be right there. That's good enough. Okay, now the image is called image view, text view. It's called text view. That's beautiful. That's exactly what I want. Okay, go ahead and put that away for now. Now we can create a class, and we're going to refer to that. It's going to be called custom layout. Okay, and it's going to extend a normal layout. What's that called again here? It's called a base adapter. Right there. Opening, closing curly brace. You get an error here now because it says, hey, I don't have any methods. Let's go ahead and if you click on this line here, it gets the light bulb. See, go ahead and implement methods like this and say, okay, like that. We aren't going to return nothing. We're going to return the amount of images that we have. Okay, how many presents do we have? Images dot length right there. Lovely. Okay, and down here we're going to make a couple of switches before. I'm going to create another view in here. We aren't going to use this here at all, so I'm just going to call that view 1. Don't worry about that for now. And then rather than returning nothing, I'm going to return view because I always forget to do that. That gives me an error, but we won't for long because we're going to create a view. View is equal to, and now we're going to get a view. Okay, get layout. Inflate it right there. Dot inflate. Okay, what am I going to inflate? R dot. This time I want to say get something for my layouts up here. Okay, layout right there. Dot. Where is it? This view items right there. Lovely, just like that. Okay, and then I also have to give it a null here. I don't know why. Don't worry about it. That. Okay. And since I got an error, what do I got here? View is equal to get inflator dot inflate. You guys are probably always all pointing at it out there. Here you got a minus. Every once in a while I do that. I don't know why. But that's supposed to be equals. I hit the wrong key. I hit the key right next to it. Okay. There we go. Off and running. Here we go. Okay. Let's take and assign some temporary aliases to our image views and stuff. Image view right there. Image view is equal to image. They should have a shortcut for this, but they don't. And view, we have to tell it which view, okay? Because we're going to do our view um, dot find view by ID. Okay, that, and then inside there we want to say, okay, I want to do r dot id dot image view right there, like that. Semicolon. I want to do the same thing with that text view. I want to get a text view alias in there that we can use. Whoop. Text view is equal to text view. Whoop. Right there. And it's going to be view dot find, excuse me, find view. Oh, come on, fingers. Right there, r dot id dot text view. Right there, just like that. Now once again, we're using our view here, okay? We're saying, okay, use this view, because view what? Points to this list view item right up here, and use the text view from that, okay? And use also the mirror, the image view from that. That's why we use view dot find here in this case, okay? It's a little different than other times. And now let's set that something, image view dot set image resources. And what do we want to do? We want to give it our images. Put one of our images in there. And which one? Okay, they give us I right here, int I. We can use that. Okay, just like that. Do the same thing with our text view. Dot set text. Okay, and there we're going to put in our names. Which one? I, just like that. Lovely. Now let's write a little code up here that will take and put all that stuff into the list view, okay? Up here we're going to take and we're going to actually create an instance of that custom adapter, okay? We just created custom layout, okay? And this, we'll just call it, let's see, what should we call it? Custom adapter. Hold on here. What did I do down here? Did I call that class custom layout? Well, then I guess we'll have to call it custom layout. That's no problem. No problem. Okay. And what's this going to be? Is equal to a new custom layout like that. Semicolon, enter. Okay. And now our list view. Let's create a list view alias. Right there. Equal to cast it as a list view. Okay, and then find view r dot id dot list view. Right there it is. Okay, and now let's say this list view dot set view, whoop, dot set adapter. Right there, and what are we going to do? We're going to say send it this custom layout. Right there, just like that. Lovely. Now you can go ahead and run it, and you should be able to see that all your presidents are now in the list view. Pretty cool, huh? You can take your thumb and you can slide those presidents up and down if you want. I found that if your tablet doesn't have quite enough memory, it'll crash, and I think it's just running out of memory or something, okay? But anyway, that should work pretty good for you. Now let's go ahead and create a another activity, okay? Do that, we right click on our layout, new, and an activity, and a blank or empty activity right there. Just go ahead and leave main 2 as, that's fine, okay. Finish, okay, and now grunt. Okay, let's go to our main activity XML. Let's put some stuff in here, okay. Notice it doesn't put our hello world in here. Great. Let's go to our, first of all, our images and put an image view in here. And yeah, that's fine. Go to our text and we're going to put a text view here. Another text view here. Another text view here. And then let's go to all and put a button down here like that. Once again, let's take this image view here. Call it image view. We don't need image view 2. That's fine. And we're going to take and we're going to say, okay, how big do we want to make this? Let's make this 150 this time, a little bigger. Oh, DP, enter, and make it also 150 the other way to DP, like that. Make sure that once again you do your scale type, put in that fit XY. Okay, like that, and you can take and slide it up here a little bit now if you want. Okay, let's tie everything together. Boom, one up there, one over here, and one up here, like that. One over here like that. Whoop, down there. And once again, we're going to take it. Let's take and slide it over here a little bit more, like that maybe. And then go ahead and tie this one up here like that. I still haven't really found any really good way to set these up yet. It's kind of a pain. And then this one down here. Okay, we're going to take and tie that one into this one up here. Like this. Once again, if you don't do this, they end up being, they kind of disappear sometimes off your form, okay? Like that, and maybe slide them up there like that a little bit. Slide that one up a little bit. And slide this one over here. A little bit. That's not too bad. Okay, a little bit. They're all like 36. That's fine. Button here. Make sure you tie your button in here like this. And button over here like that. Slide him over a little bit. Now let's go ahead and change some names. Okay, that's image view. That's fine. This is going to be text view. Let's call this text view name. We're going to put the name in there. Okay, and yes, we want to change that. This next one down here, let's say, okay, let's make that text view date because we're going to put the date in there. Yes, that's fine. And this one down here, let's change that one to link because we're going to put the link in there. Okay, lovely, just like that. Okay, let's go in here and our text. Once again, I really don't want a border here, so I'm going to margin, get rid of those two lines. And this one here, margin left, kind of fixes it for you. We can double click on there. And we're going to replace these other starts with left, and that'll get rid of that silly little error there, like that. Okay, lovely. Okay. Let's go back and see if sometimes that makes things move around. It worked out pretty good, okay. This button, of course, let's call this BTN exit that, and for some reason that makes it slide over, who knows why. And then we're going to take and we're going to make the text say exit, like that. Okay, this one down here, we got to do some special things with this one, okay. And I'm going to take and I'm going to copy my code, okay, because that way I get it right. And we're going to add 2 lines to that, and that's going to be there. A 3rd one, okay, that one right there. Make sure you don't put it ahead of that. Add these 2 lines right there, okay, and what that's going to do is actually going to make it look like a web link now, okay, and you'll be able to click and it'll take right off. I'll show you. It's kind of cool. I don't know how that got that start in there. Just like that. Shouldn't have any errors in here now. It should all look good. We'll go back to here again, look at it. Yeah, that's not bad. I think it'll work. Okay. Wonderful. I got an error, it says. I got an error in here. Where is my error? Right there. I don't know why. How that got in there, but there. Okay, like that. Beautiful. Okay, I took care of all my errors. Now let's go and write some more code. Just go show that, make that show up, okay? And so let's see, here's our right here, right there after our list view. What we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to put in a listener, okay? List view. Whoop. Typing over another screen here. List view dot set on click listener. Whoop. Select item on click listener, and then a new, and then a let's see, in this case we got to do adapter view right there. Okay, inside of here what we're going to do is we're going to create an intent because we want to take and show another activity. Intent is equal to a new intent. And what kind of attempt is it? It's a get application context, comma, send our main to, right there, activity, dot, don't forget to type in class, like that, semicolon. Okay, now we're going to send it some information, intent, dot, put extra. Okay, and we're going to say put extra, and we're going to call it our index. Quotation marks. Okay, and we're going to send it our I. Excuse me. Yes, I. Semicolon. You say, where does I come from? If you look right here, I, right there, what that's going to do is it's going to give us the index of the item that we selected in our list view, okay? So if I select the third one, it's going to give me a 3 or something like that, okay? Let's send it another thing. We got to send it, what's the picture value, okay? Intent. Right there, dot, put extra. And this time we're going to send it the image index, like that, and comma. Once again, it's going to be I for that, semicolon. We can't just send it just the index because the thing is this number that's in here is not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? Let's go ahead and start our activity. And what do we want to start? Our intent right there, like that. Lovely, everything's all set. You can go ahead and run it if you want to right now. What it's going to do is it's actually going to take this and load this main activity. The other thing is we want to take and we want to write some code for a main activity, okay? This is a whole lot of blah, blah, well, not really. First of all, let's go ahead and get our names, okay? String array names is equal to, let's do string array and names is equal to our get resources right there, and dot get string array, and it's going to be our r dot arrays dot names right there. Let's take and copy that line. Let's get there 2 more times. Let's put our dates in here and our links in here like that. Of course, then we're going to change this to dates, and then this one here to links. Like that. Beautiful, okay? And now let's take and create some aliases, okay? Text view, txt view name equal to text view, find view right there, r.id.text view name. That's quite similar. Let's go ahead and copy this 2 more times. And this one here is going to be date. And this one here is going to be link. Like that. Okay, and so we have to make this now link. Like that. And make this one date. Like that. Lovely. Do the same thing for our image view. Okay, right there it is, image view. Image view is equal to image, casted as an image view. Right there, find view id r.id.image view semicolon. Like that. Wonderful. Okay, now let's get our number that we're passing. Okay, int index is equal to get intent dot get extra. And what are we going to get? No, dot get int. Like that. And what is this called? It has to be called exactly what. If you don't get this right, it just won't do anything. It's really weird, okay? So make sure that that matches your main activity right here, index, okay? Beautiful. Capital letters too. Make sure you get that right. Same thing here. Just go ahead and copy this line. And just call it image index. Okay, it's called, what's this one called? Make sure we get it right. Image index. Capital I like that. Lovely. Okay, now let's set our text view name dot set text. Okay, and what are we going to put in there? We're going to put our names. Which one? Index. That number that we received. Okay, like that. And we got to do that. Control C. A couple times with let's see, date, and also link down here. Link. Like that. Okay, and once again, this can't be, this could be dates. And this has got to be, oh, come on. Links. Like that. Make sure you get those all right. Now let's go ahead and see our image view dot set. Oh, no. Dot image, oh, view dot set. There we go. Image resource. And this is going to be our image index right there like that. Okay, which is an integer. Beautiful. Okay. Now if you go ahead and run it, it'll work. Okay, let's do one more thing right away. Let's create a button listener. Button. Okay, btn exit is equal to a button like that. Whoop. Sometimes when you hit enter, it doesn't do exactly what you want. Find view_id.bt. Right there it is, semicolon, and then btn exit dot set on click listener and a new on, well, I guess a new view on click listener like that. Okay. And all we got to do is here is just going to say finish. Lovely, like that, and we are done. Go ahead and run it. See what happens. Okay, you may have noticed we got one little error in there. When you go ahead and click on one of the items in your list view, okay, you're going to notice that the pictures won't be there or it might crash, okay? And the reason for that is here we're receiving an image index. Okay, what are we sending it? Let's go look at this, okay? Oh, I changed it already. I'm sorry. This is what we had before like this. The only problem with that is we're sending it I, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to send it this up here, this integer up here, okay? Do that, what we have to do is we have to put images, images, square bracket of I, okay? And now we will be sending it this number that corresponds to this image rather than a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Should run.